Coach 1980's in the house. I got my walkie-talkie. I got my playbook. I'm ready to go. 1980's ready to go, guys. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me get my walkie-talkie going. Huh? Yep. 1980's ready to go. What's up? What's up? Let's see what we got. Who we got in here? Who we got in here? Coach 1980 is in the building, guys. What's good? Let's see who we got, man. Let me kick a shout out real quick. Jonathan Cook, Travis Mitchell, what's up? Jeremy Eshan, John House, Q Childs, my boy, what's up? Rod Jackson, what's up? Jeremy, standing up. Sorry if I butchered that. Jamil, what's up? Amador, Ninja Nuts, Sony Willis, John House. I'm waiting on everybody else to get in here, man. We're doing a roundtable, guys, so just bear with me here. I'm going to try to get everybody else in here. I sent the link, so hopefully they'll be getting in pretty soon. But I want to thank y'all for joining 1980, my Cowboys family. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. 1980 in the house.
All right, guys. I got my walkie-talkie right here. Coach 1980 is ready to go. I can't show no face. I can't show no face because I don't want you to feel what I'm saying, what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. I'm glad, man. That's good.
Put it up a little more?
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm glad you took notes because we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Let me fix this.
There we go. Perfect.
Awesome. We're going to have all four, right? All four boxes. It'd be nice.
Yeah. CFN is waiting. Let me get him in. There you go.
CFN in the house as well. The whole Roundtable crew, guys, you know, at Fifth Quarter Cowboys, the CFN Dallas Cowboy Football News, and, of course, the power of 1980. And us here too. Wait a
minute. I just – what'd you say, Jason Garrett? What? Oh, okay. I'll let him know. Okay, I got you. All right, guys. What's up, man? What's up?
Good, man. How did you like the game? First thought, seriously. How did you like this one?
Let me turn y'all up. Wait a minute. You know what? It was really entertaining. I know it's just preseason. And let me put my walkie-talkie down.
The pads are talking, though.
Yeah, I know it's preseason, man. But from what I've seen, and this is my Patriots versus Cowboys shirt. I don't want nobody to think, 1980's got a Patriot. Oh, there he is. Hey, wait, matter of fact, before I go, guys, respectively, is it okay for us to be on here collaborating about the Dallas Cowboys?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure, because you got people out there that think they're the only ones. They think they're the only ones that's supposed to be on YouTube and have the rights and the permission to be on YouTube to discuss Cowboys as a Cowboy fan. So I want to put that out there real quick because none of us play for the Cowboys. You get what I'm saying? We all just fans, and just keep your day job because this ain't where it is. But anyway, go ahead, man. I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Ooh, I mean, I want to hear what DCFN has to say. What did you think about that game?
Cowboys, I'm not going to degrade a preseason game. I'm going to take this game, and any game for that matter, for what it is. And I'm going to give kudos right now to Kellen Moore. I think there was some play calls in there that we're going to see this year. The routes that these wide receivers are running to get open, wide receivers underneath, wide receivers over the top, crossing in the middle, that's beautiful things. And I cannot wait to see more from Kellen Moore in this offense. Just the running style schemes is already making a huge impact for these running backs. This is not Zeke we're looking at. Tony Pollard, Alfred Morris, Chung, Darius Jackson, all these running backs look great under this Kellen Moore scheme. And that's just running backs. I can go on about the wide receivers. It's awesome. It's beautiful. Big kudos to Dak on the scramble drill. He threw a pretty ball to Michael Gallup. Big kudos to Michael Gallup for working his way back to Dak on that scramble play. People look at the 2 and 5 for 22 yards like Dak sucked. I like to look at that touchdown, and not only was it a touchdown, it was a red zone touchdown. It was like 3rd and 10 or third and goal on the 10-yard line. And I was like literally yelling, we got to score a touchdown right now. We cannot kick a field goal. And Dak Prescott extended the play, answered that. Alfred Morris, we seen the home runner, baby. We seen him. Nice bounce, a good read on there. Hit the middle, bounce it back out. That was clever. Veteran running back move right there from Alfred Morris. Xavier Su'a-Filo was playing right guard in substitution for Zach Martin. I thought Xavier Su'a-Filo played really well. There was on the Tony Pollard 20-yard run, Xavier Su'a-Filo just took care of his man, and he was the reason why that hole opened up. 8 sacks on this defensive line, guys. Wow. Kudos to Will McClay. Kudos to Rod Marinelli for bringing these guys in. I mean, Walker, Tristan Hill's looking better as of late. The free agent we picked up from the Houston Texans, Chris Covington. All these guys are playing lights. I wouldn't be surprised if Tyron Crawford does not make this team. Like, I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't. I think there's going to be a Dan Bailey move right here next week, Thursday, going into Friday. There's going to be a veteran released on the defensive line, and I think his name is Tyron Crawford. I honestly do, because you what are you going to get out of him? A year, 2 years maybe? When you can get 4 years out of these guys that are really coming up, you're going to risk losing them to another team? I'm telling you, a lot of these pieces that we're going to have to cut to make room for 53 is going to get waived and claimed, and it's going to be a sad day because there's so much potential on this defensive line. I can go on and on and on. Number 29, Goodwin. I think he beat out Donovan Alumba. I do, and here's why. Special teams and cornerback. He can do both. If you're going to carry heavy on the CBs, you got to be able to play special teams. And Goodwin, number 29, does that. I'm sorry, 1980. No, he's a corner. He's a corner.
Oh, okay. I thought he was playing safety.
Yeah, because he could play special teams. He already has the notch over Donovan Alumba, which that guy's
nickel. He must have been playing nickel. Okay.
No, he was playing number 2 corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't in the slot at all. Big shout out to Donovan Wilson, number 37, our strong safety. He got him a pick too, and he's a hard-hitting son of a gun. I think if this guy develops this year, but he has to be on the 53. We cannot chance him going. If he can stay on this 53, develop, watch out, because he will be our starting strong safety next year. Mark it down. DCFN said it here first. Let me see. I mean, there's just Kellen Moore, the defense, the offense, the offensive line. Besides some holding penalties, I thought every single tier of them played well. Maybe the Houston Texans. Maybe the Houston Texans is good. Maybe they really, really suck. I don't know that, but I know what I saw today, and every helmet that had a star on it looked like they could play on a 53-man roster.
All right. All right, I guess I'll go up. Coach 1980. I got my clipboard right here, guys. So y'all just bear with me. I'm not gonna go over everything because I got pages and pages of things that I can discuss, but that'll be all night. So I'm not gonna take up everybody's time. I'm gonna put everything. I put a star behind. A lot of things DCFN I agreed on. I mean, he hit some good points. As I was watching the game, these were the things that Coach 1980 was looking for. Number 1, I was keeping an eye on red zone offense. Number 2, containing Deshaun Watson and scrambling QBs. Number 3, third down defense. 4, penalties, because penalties will beat you faster than the other team. 5, third down conversions. Now, the players that really stood out to me, I got to start by Malik Collins. Obviously, that first series, him and Antoine Woods were really good on the inside. Taco Charlton is trying. I got to give him an A for effort on this game because he's got 1 fumble recovery, 1 deflection, and a sack too as well. Our run defense was excellent on that first drive. Joe Thomas. I finally got a chance to really get a good look at him. We all know about his field goal block and the touchdown fumble recovery. Field goal block and touchdown recovery. C.J. Goodwin, number 29, which I thought that was a safety, but he got a pick, and it was a pick because it was in the air. He played good. He plays good on the ball. He seems like a ball hawk type of guy. That's the kind of guy we need on this team. I hope he makes the team. I finally got a good look at number 51, Kerry Hyder on defense, defensive end. He got him a sack as well. And he's very quick off the ball. And he has really good techniques and moves around the corner. So I'm really looking forward to him making the 53-man roster as well. Number 92, Joe Jackson got a sack. Number 37, Wilson got a pick. Football News already hit on that. Offense. Let's see. Dak to Gallup, TD. Tavon Austin had a pretty good catch. Cooper Rush, touchdown pass to Gallup. That was not holding. I saw that. I got it on DVR. I recorded it. I looked at it. That was not holding on Connor Williams. That was bullshit right there. Let's see. Jason Witten with the damn penalty. Blocking the back. There he go again. But I'm not going to fault Jason Witten. But every now and then he'll get those bonehead penalties. I'm really looking forward to Alfred Morris. I'm hoping he makes this team. I hope he be that third running back that we need. Because every position needs a veteran on the sideline to kind of come in and make some things happen. And he actually got the play of the game tonight. Tony Pollard looked great. We already know what he can do. And Maher got some good looks. I was glad that he was able to get the reps that he did because he needed them. So he looked really good. I don't think he missed a field goal or extra point tonight. Devin Smith, I like him. I see what y'all are saying about Devin Smith, my Cowboys family. I like him. He catches the ball with his hands. He comes back to the route. He has good route awareness, good route recognition. I want him on this team. Cedric Wilson, he had 2 catches, whatever. Number 46, Jordan Chun, y'all's boy, my Cowboys family. He caught a touchdown pass as well. So, man, this I feel sorry for the coaching staff because they have work to do. First half stats, 27-0. This first half stats, 44 rushing yards. Should have been more. Passing yards, 195. Total, 239. Third down conversion, 2 out of 8. Penalties, 8 penalties for 65 yards. That's too many damn penalties. A lot of those penalties were when the backups and the third string guys got in, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for this team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You can really see a change in aggressiveness about the defense. I don't give a damn if it's first string, second string, or third string. It was entertainment on both sides of the ball the whole game. But just referring to what Chris Rashad is doing with this defense, it's crazy, man. Like, it's a total revamp. And I know it's just the preseason, but there's just a difference. There's just a different aura in the air when it comes down to the offense and especially the defense. Kellen Moore, like Football News said, I was a little iffy in the third. We couldn't convert on, in the red zone that good, but, we got in the end zone. I was happy to see Dak Prescott, Michael Gallup kind of, finally get in cahoots, and they have no choice to get, better with each other because, Cooper's got the foot injury and everything. And but overall, man, I like what I saw tonight for a preseason game. I really hope we can take this energy. We got one more to go. It's going to get really entertaining. The last preseason game is going to be really, I noticed it really picked up because these guys are trying to look for a team that they need a job. They're really trying to make this football team. So that's all I really have time. I don't want to take everybody's time, but I got more in 1980s playbook, but that's all I got right now for y'all. Hey, y'all, what's up, man? Holla at your boy.
Yeah. Baby, you want to go first on this one?
I mean, again, for a preseason game, I don't think this could have gone any better. Minimal injuries, knock on wood. Again, Taco, limped his way into the locker room to end the game, but it looks like whatever's going on with him isn't going to be too bad. I think, who was the other injury? Cody McElroy, I think, hurt his shoulder. The point is that other than that, everyone stayed healthy. Everyone played lights out. I mean, for a preseason game to have that kind of energy, it almost makes you wonder, like, again, are we really this good? Like, we know we're good, but are we really this good? Or is it that the Houston Texans played that badly on top of us being this good? So I think the combination it's all of it. So I think the Houston Texans clearly has some problems they got to work on, but our team really showed up today. You saw it from everyone's performance. We really saw, some of these guys show up. Devin Smith, way to go. I still think the game ball goes to Joe Thomas, though. I mean,
wow. Who got the game ball?
Because
I don't know
who actually got it. I would give it to Joe Thomas just because, to me, special teams is one of the, offense and defense, they've both improved, but we haven't seen anything from special teams, and every time I see Maher kick, I still kind of go, oh, my God. So to see us be able to block a punt and score a touchdown from that, that to me shows me, at least we're getting some life back into this year. And Joe Thomas, way to go. So, again, defense for me, I have to say one of the biggest things that impressed me was Taco's attitude.
Yeah. Man.
One thing to perform badly, but at least go in there and give it your all. Don't give up.
He looked like he want to play.
So Taco not only got hurt, he came back, and then he friggin', he blocked
knocked the ball
down. It was a big third down, forced them to punt. So to me, that kind of energy for him is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Somebody told his mama he got a whooping when he.
Yeah, that's that.
I love you guys. I'm echoing everything you guys are saying. I think that you saw a lot. I never really was crazy about Olumba, and I really like the Goodwin point made by DCFN. The special teams plays big, and I'm going from kind of the bottom here because I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Jordan Chun making a push to try to make something, right? A little baby C.J. Anderson style out there. I liked him for a while. I think he provides something different in our running back core, and I think that is right now, especially without Zeke. I think that's something you got to look at over even Alfred Morris and Darius Jackson. I mean, Darius Jackson provides special teams though on returns and kickoff. So listen, like you said, you got really nothing really to pick on here. I'm not even looking to pick on anything. That first drive by Dak Prescott, 3 and out. It was like, oh, what's going on? And a lot of that has to do with Kellen Moore. I guess it was not a very good first starting drive, right? With the second drive, the plays that Dak made, rebounding from that, and again, I think that the way that we kind of are throwing in some of the Kellen Moore sprinkles, right?
Like DCFN said, the way that Kellen Moore called this game, even in those moments where we lagged, that doesn't upset me as much because I think part of it too is when we have those moments, I think the Cowboys kind of did take it a little easy because they wanted to see what Brett Maher would do. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that is what I'm trying to say. They still kind of went for it, but I'm still happy with the overall game planning and the way that plays were called. We didn't get stuck in a rut really at any point in the game.
And that was from all levels, like you guys said. So, I mean, listen, my guys in this game, the offensive line, the starters for the most part, they played well. And I don't want to go too much into that stuff right now. I want to get just mainly the guys that stood out to me that are going to make a push to make this team. Cedric Wilson, I still think Cedric Wilson is doing great. He's showing some special teams abilities as well. So I like him. I love Devin Smith. I said Jordan Chun already, but he's more lower on. I don't know if he'll make it all the way on there. But when I look at and Marcus Lucas, guys, number 80, might be a practice squad guy. We're really light on tight ends right now, so that's somebody to keep an eye on.
Number 80.
Number 80, Marcus Lucas.
Yeah, I was watching him. He was okay, man. He was consistent. Seemed like it.
Exactly.
I would have said so until this game, and specifically the fact that everyone else is hurt. That's the thing, too. It's not that he showed up that much. He had to play, but he's also healthy.
And then McElroy got hurt, but then so he had to even play more. But my point is that he showed up a little bit last week, too. Got a little flash in there, and he made a couple, everything that hit his hands, he's catching pretty much. So I like what he's doing. But let me go to the defensive side real quick. Again, Donovan Wilson, man, I'm telling you, I said it a couple of months ago about him kind of being a guy who can challenge Jeff Heath, but later on. Not everyone's saying in the preseason, and again, I don't think he's challenging him yet, but I think he will challenge him later on in the season. So I like to see this progression from him, and he's great at watching the quarterback, being around the ball and making tackles as well. I love him as our strong safety right now in the mix in here. But to me, when I look at the defensive side, the first thing I think about is how good we are. And people, they kind of bashed us a little bit on this, but how good we are in our defensive front, and how good we are depth-wise. when I look at the names, right, we know our 4 guys, our starters, are not there, right? We got Tank, and we got Quinn, and we got Gregory suspended, and we got Tyrone Crawford. So, and DCFN said that could be the surprise cut. That would be an interesting cut. But you got those 4
I'm with you on DCFN.
Those 4 guys are cut. I mean, those 4 guys are not even playing. And now we played against first stringers now this game. We saw Taco play well. Unfortunately, the injury was going to slow him down, but we'll see how that progresses. And then you saw Dorrance Armstrong, number 92, playing fantastic.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, 90. I mean, he's consistently playing well. He played against backups the last couple of weeks. This time he played starters. He still played well. Nose for the ball. Interior.
Malik Collins,
inside, Sorry?
Malik Collins, too. I'm liking him. Man. He's
tearing it up inside, right? Malik Collins has to stay healthy. He can do this if he stays healthy. And Antoine Wood, you mentioned him. I like a rotation as well. You look at the next round of guys. Tristan Hill had some flashes in there, but you had, again, I like the Kerry Hyder, 51. And I know you mentioned the Dallas Cowboys Football News. He's been a guy, first guy out in the field every single time in Oxnard. To me, it shows me a little bit of something.
Yeah.
He's doing something. He's showing it on the field every game, 3rd game consistently. In training camp, he's been doing it. In practice, he's been doing it. 51 is on this team. And he's going to be a deep rotation guy. He can play inside. He can play outside. And so this guy's like the new Tyrone Crawford, right? So then you have,
and that's why when DCFN said Tyrone Crawford could be cut Dan Bailey style, it's not because Crawford's had this big drop off. It's because cutting him at the point he's at his career with his production value and what we currently have, it makes a pretty interesting case.
But the other guy I wanted to just quickly touch on is Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson is I've loved this. I said this guy I've heard is a mauler in Miami in college, right? And he just runs over guys. He gets sacks. He got him in college. I'm telling you, look at him. He's disruptive. He's doing things in there that I don't see the other guys doing. He's making plays on pursuit plays, on running, stopping the receiver. He's made some great plays. 56. I really love him. I love this team. What we got from top to bottom right now. It's gonna be. You guys right? It's gonna be some real tough cuts on the 53. I wonder if we're gonna do some of that tonight. Some of those tough cuts. Good, man. That's it for me. Much love. That's a great overall game for this team, our Dallas Cowboys. That star over everything.
Is Crawford still hurt? Tyrone Crawford still hurt?
Yeah, so he got hurt in the game. It looks like
No, Tyrone Crawford.
Oh, Tyrone Crawford. Sorry, Tyrone Crawford is still hurt. Sorry, I thought you said Tucker Charlton.
Is that why he hasn't been playing?
Crawford was in street clothes. He wasn't active today, but he's getting put back into practice. Yeah, he's off the PUP list.
Didn't Garrett make a statement recently saying that they did expect him along with Tank and all the other guys back for week 1?
Yeah, they expected him back. Yeah, we haven't heard from Crawford.
They were practicing all week. Crawford and Tank was practicing all week.
They did have pads. Right. They were practicing all week, and but they were on light duty though. They weren't really doing the actual team reps. The walkthroughs they were starting, but team reps they were not starting. But they were in pad, which was great. They're off the PUP list.
All right, so MCF did kind of stock up thing. What about stock down? I mean, it's going to be hard to do this game, but whose stock went down?
That's a great question. I mean,
wow.
Baby, what do you got?
Hey, let me kick a shout out real quick. Paulo, happy 20th birthday to Paulo in the comment section, man. This guy's been a faithful fan of mine. So I just wanted to kick a shout out, show some love to him, back to him, man. Paulo, happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, Paulo. Whose stock went down, Miss Beyonce?
Whose actual stock went down?
It's hard to tell.
That wide receiver, John Bay Johnson.
Yeah, his drop last week.
I would actually say for this week, I'm gonna say one that. But it's not so much that his stock went down. It's just that it's a real game implication that worries me, and that's Cameron Fleming. And I'm not saying he played really badly. And he had the one play where Dak kind of avoided the sack that was kind of on Fleming. I would love to watch it again. I know you don't think so. I think so.
He had a penalty, too. He had a holding penalty.
Yeah, it's not so much that his stock went down. It's just that when we're talking Fleming, he's actually probably going to play a game or two for us and for Tyron Smith. So that's why I kind of watched him. But if you had to say actually his stock went down, I'm gonna say Kayvon Frazier. I know that's kind of a strange one. I know he played well, but it's not that he played well. It's that
done.
It's that Donovan Wilson played better. That's Frazier, it's the health thing too. He had last year, remember he was getting his knee drained before every game, and then it turned into before every practice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to have
not confident, fourth year.
So there's a lot of other things. He still definitely has a chance, and it's not that he played badly. It's that he got outplayed by Donovan Wilson. And that to me brings the stock down.
I love your choices. I'm going to say two quick ones. I'll go quick. Mike White, just because.
Oh yeah.
Terry Christensen got in there. That makes Mike White's stock go even lower. He played better than usual, but who gives a shit, right? And sorry about that. But and then the other guy I think his stock went down is because we didn't see him. I don't know if it's an injury, and it's not Mike White. I think they're stashing him on the practice squad, number 33. Mike White. I think it's Georgie Loca. Georgie Loca, where the fuck is he? He's just
number 20, Georgie Loca.
Oh my God.
R.I.P.
And then you're talking about Michael Jackson's number 33 stock went down. I can't get that high. I can't get that high. 1980. Watching this game, I mean, what stock would you say that went down tonight for somebody?
Watching this game, I think John Bear Johnson. I want to go with him. That's one of those guys that really looks good in practice, but just can't cut the mustard in game time. And if you can't do it in preseason is like practice too, just with more lights and cameras. I think he's one of the main guys. I agree with my Cowboys family on the other guys as well, but he's one of my main guys because we all had high hopes for him during the season and during this preseason blue and white game and et cetera. So and he just hasn't. Every ball's been dropped, or they lessen his reps and everything. So that's one of my main guys. That's stock has really went down.
I'm gonna say I don't think a player's stock went down. I think a player's money stock went down. I think Zeke's stock went down today. Because I mean, you bring up Jordan Chung, MCF. That's your 3rd-and-1 back right there. I mean, if you really need it, your goal line back, you're behind our 5 wall, Smith, Williams, Frederick, Martin, and Collins. I think you can convert those. I mean, the burst that I seen out of Tony Pollard today, I mean, we've seen burst, but this guy really exploded on the face of the earth today. Like, I really thought that was 21 out there. I'm not even going to lie. But we got to get somebody in there that can pass block. And I think Zeke should have took that second offer because it's not looking good. If he's still holding out into week 1 and we win these 3 games, I'm telling you, Zeke should fire his agent.
All right, so one thing, DCFN, we want to clarify because obviously there's a lot of misinformation. Zeke has not turned down anything. So as far as we know, Jerry Jones said right before the game, quote, "It is where it is." And Stephen Jones also confirmed that there has been very little communication between Zeke and the front office these last 2.5 weeks. So wherever that turned down offer thing, it sounds like they're talking about the initial first offer that the Cowboys had made him because obviously they sent him another one.
You can check on that, but I think that's what we heard. That's the clarification of that. Saying he didn't take it. So before we get too crazy about Zeke should take it, Zeke shouldn't take it.
Yeah, things are pretty much at exactly where they were just a few days ago.
And let's be real, we don't even know what it is that he's offered and guaranteed money, other things. We don't really know. So I'm just saying we got. I want to hear the whole story before I ever make a judgment on someone's money like that.
So, but as far as Tony, I will agree with you that Zeke's money stock went down. I think that it's one of those tricky. It's not because Tony Pollard or anyone is here to replace Zeke. It's just that this Cowboy team is showing that they can do things outside of the run game. It's the fact that we don't need to rely on the run game the way that we did last year and before with Zeke.
The way we run with Zeke. That's
that's the key.
But I always felt confident about Kellen Moore trying to find a way to throw the ball to the running backs, not just Zeke, not just Pollard, but so I think he's been working on that anyways, with or without Zeke. So I think that's a big plus in a way, almost helping to work these running backs in the passing game and kind of changing up the offense a little bit. It's kind of helping us become a little more, I guess, not as predictable.
Yeah. So, but the more time that passes, I do think that Zeke is just allowing things to happen. And I think that that's not really a good thing for Zeke, especially when we have so young guys showing up. At the end of the day, you never want someone out here taking your spot. Not that they could.
Well, if he keeps hanging out with that bum Marshall Faulk, his stock's really going to go down when it comes to money. But no, I mean, thanks for that clarification there, MCF, about Zeke. There was no second contract. I don't know. What do you think, 1980? What do you think about these running backs? I mean, can we let's say Zeke holds out into the season? Can the Dallas Cowboys go in there and pick up where we left off when it comes to the running backs?
I don't want to say we can pick up where we left off. I think we can still be pretty successful. We got to open up that playbook a little bit, though, because it's going to change without Zeke. We know you can just give Zeke the ball and he'll find a hole and boom, 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 there you go. This is preseason that we're looking at. So I don't want to – I'm excited, just as excited as you guys about what I've seen and what I've been seeing. But it's preseason, and we're a lot of teams aren't playing – a lot of defenses aren't playing all of their starters. They might mix in a couple of starters, just like us. We don't have everybody in there. We've got, starters here and there, and then they'll switch out and alternate and stuff like that. A car can run off of 3 cylinders. It'll run. It'll get you to the store and back or to work and back, but it's going to run rough. And I'm not saying we're not going to be successful. We just got to really open up that playbook. Dak's been looking good. He made a really good touchdown accurate throw to Gallup in the end zone, and one that was also called back. It's just one of those things where we just got to kind of approach the situation just a little different. We got Pollard, we got Morris, we got what's the guy? Chun. We got Chun. We got 3 good running backs that can do versatile things. Alfred Morris is probably Alfred Morris and Chun may be the best blockers out of the 3, but I got a soft spot in my heart for Alfred Morris. He's one of those guys where he'll be good for a team. He can do different things, play special teams, and whatever he needs to do, he can make it happen. So I'm hoping that he makes the team and be that old dog, showing these young guys what to do. If Zeke isn't there. But I'm hoping that – I know we're all hoping that the deal gets done before the regular season because Zeke brings a different flavor to the game. He's, the best running back in football, arguably. So he has an effortless running style. He's led the leagues 2 out of 3. Should have been 3 if he wasn't suspended. That's a broken record right there. He's just special. He's durable. He knows how not to get hurt. He knows how to take a hit and get right back up. Hell, he even run the ball limping around, So there are a lot of special qualities about Zeke. And, there's a lot of people that forget how good Zeke is because they're so wrapped up in this, money situation. And they're upset with Zeke. And we're all upset with Zeke a little bit. We're upset with Jerry, too. Kind of goes both ways. But I just hope this is something that's rectified and before the season starts, because I want the engine to run all 4 cylinders, not 3. And that's what's going to happen if you put a bunch of young guys, in there. They look good now. They look really good now. But let's just hope they can, if Zeke is still not here, God forbid, But if we got to go without Zeke, that's what we're going to have, and let's just hope they carry it on to the regular season because it is different. Because you got your starters in there. You got grown men in there that's been in the league for years, and they know how to tackle you. They know how to hit you. They know how to strip the ball out when they know all the tricks to the trade. You're not going against guys that's a rookie, 20, 21 years old, just like you are. These guys are grown men. They've been in the game. They got the experience, the know-how. And it's different. It's just their preseason and regular season is just different.
So did J.J. Watt deliver the welcome to the NFL Tony Pollard hit? Is that what you're saying there, 1980?
Oh, yeah, he got to him. That wasn't his fault, but, he came right in and he got to him. So, but all of our offensive linemen wasn't playing. So, it's just one of those things. You can only take preseason. You can't put too much stock into it because the look that you're getting is kind of like a facade. It looks good, but just like going to Universal Studios, behind the Back to the Future clock tower, there's nothing back there. You get what I'm saying? It's just a facade. You get me? So that's just kind of what we're dealing with here. It's just kind of hard. It's exciting, and we're all happy, and we're all hyped about football season, but that's what it is.
Yeah, no, I also think that it's a good point there about being a facade. I also think it's situational football sometimes too. In certain situations, right? Sometimes you're going to go for it on fourth down in the second quarter. You wouldn't do it in a regular game, but you want to see how your team's reacting to certain things in a more balanced offense versus defense situation against an opponent. So I think you saw that a couple times today for the Texans. For us, I mean, you want to see your guys. You want to see Cooper Rush doing some stuff when he's got to lead the team from a certain spot or in the red zone.
And in certain game time situations too, you guys both made this point that this is one of the first times that we've looked good in the red zone. Like, actually, we're in the red zone. We're scoring touchdowns. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's something that we've struggled with consistently. So
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
No, because I was going to say with the 1980, exactly, though, the one thing we have to preface everything here with is that it's preseason. And again, it looks good for situational stuff or certain play, but in the end, it's preseason, and we got to remember what to look for. That's important. What's good and bad. It's not really if you win or lose, or even what the score was. I mean, it's great for the team as a whole, I think. But for what we're looking for, I think, or what we're seeing on that field, we're really looking at situational stuff with certain players, certain times against certain opponents. So I don't know. I think that comes into play as well in these preseason games.
Yep. We were going to do a roster breakdown for you guys, but fifth quarter Cowboys can't make it, and I would love to have him here for his insight and analysis to building this 53. So we're not going to do that tonight. Plans changed. Anybody got anything else to talk about?
The final thing, which I think has kind of been the secret behind the scenes cherry on top to this team, which is John Kitna, because we all were stressed about Cooper Rush. And I feel a lot less stressed about Cooper Rush. Now that we have seen him a little bit more, we've seen him improve. I think that Dak also, in this game, you can more visibly see some of the improvements that he's made. And I guess I want to know both of your thoughts for both of you guys. How do you guys feel about our current, quarterback and backup quarterback now that we've seen them both? Do you guys feel John Kitna has helped both of them improve? And, do you feel more confident in Cooper Rush as our backup?
I'll go. I guess I'll go. Yeah. Cooper Rush looked really good tonight. I mean, he's a backup, so you're going against, backup players, but Cooper Rush looked pretty good. I think I'm kind of getting there. They really need to let him start next week. Sit back, let him start next week, and pretty much damn near play the whole game. Probably don't let Mike White play till in the third, fourth quarter. But I'm getting kind of comfortable with him being second. It seems like he's getting a little bit more. The longer you let these guys play, see, that's the thing with the preseason is reps. You got to give them reps. Practice don't really count because reps against your own teammates don't count. They know you, you know them. They know your eye movements. They know the way you open up. They know the cadence and all that stuff. You see, me having experience playing, I knew, especially playing defense, I knew my quarterback. I knew him like a book. I knew where he was going. I knew, if he lifted his leg or if he, whatever kind of cadence he was calling out. I knew the offensive playbook too because I played offense too. I played wide receiver too. And a lot of guys play both ways and they know. And that's why you can't put too much stock into, maybe Dak throwing an interception. Oh, Dak threw interception in the blue and white game or so and so. Them guys know him. They know Dak. They know Dak better than any defense out there. You get what I'm saying? Because they see him. They take showers. I mean, I'm not trying to be gay or nothing, but they in the locker room, they know this cat, man. So it's one of those things where, Cooper Rush was able to make some things happen against another team. And that's what we need. Somebody to come in if, God, knock on wood, Dak never gets hurt. But if Dak gets hurt, Coop's going to have to come in and, take over the mustard. But he looks pretty good, for a preseason game. But playing against your own teammates and playing against other teams, it really helps. Reps are really, really big for these young players. They need it. They need those reps. And these guys need to play. Next week is going to be really competitive because they This is their job. This is their existence. This is their life. A lot of these guys won't get another opportunity again. But I like what Cooper Rush did today. He looked okay. He looked really good.
Yeah, I thought Cooper Rush was just on fire. At one point in time, this guy went 6 for 6. And Mike White, I'll pack a suitcase for him for $500. I just don't like what I'm seeing from Western Kentucky product Mike White going into his second year. I think they're going to treat Tristan Christian or Tyron Christian, number 5, the way they treated Jamil Showers, practice squad, because Jamil Showers isn't practice squad eligible no more. So all they did was get a Jamil Showers replacement, basically. And so all they did. They'll be surprised if Tyron Christian is a free safety next year. But no, yeah, Mike White, yeah. And I was I think when we're building our 53-man roster, I wanted to keep 2 quarterbacks, and I think I wanted Mike White gone. And so now, but you guys on our 50-minute was like, nope, we got to keep 3 quarterbacks. So I lost that debate against you guys, but I think this year I'm winning it. It's mine. It's mine to take home. But no, yeah, Mike White, get him out of here. And I'm happy with what I see from Cooper. Cooper Rush actually looked a lot better this year than he did last year, so I can actually see some kind of development. Like Miss Fiance was asking about John Kitna developing these guys. I think Cooper Rush has really took notice of what John Kitna can teach and is applying that to the football field.
Yeah, I was gonna give a quick little update here. Taco said he might have an MRI on his ankle. So just an idea. So, probably going to get a better idea of what's going on with him. I want to bring up Sean Lee because
he was supposed to play.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have 12
Where was
snaps.
Sean Lee?
We didn't see him.
You know why? He said that his knee is just not right. But he's progressing.
Unfortunate.
He's progressing and he expects to play week 1. He's not worried. But I'm worried.
Look,
about him.
I'm less worried because it sounds like they left the option to play more up to him. And if he said he didn't feel right, let's listen to Sean Lee, who knows his broken body more than anyone, and save him. And just like Jerry Jones said, we know he can play. So let's knock the rest off of Sean Lee into the season and save him for that.
I do have one.
Well, the way Joe Thomas played tonight, he can sit out for a little bit and get right.
Exactly.
I agree. And, we got other guys, Justin Phillips in there, and I thought Justin Phillips was kind of flatlined.
Yeah. I didn't see any jump. I just seen.
He's shown us some flashes, which is why I'd rather keep someone that maybe they're here, but the point is they're not really here. They're kind of going to stay here. I think I'm okay with that because of where he is in our spot. Like, he's not Jalen Smith out here. We need him to be here.
Right.
So
no, I agree. And I wanted to ask you guys a question, everybody, but Dak Prescott said this about Andrew Luck. Hell of a player, hell of a guy. Respect to him so much. Respect his decision. I'm not entitled to an opinion. That's what he said. Anyways, my point is, what do you think about Andrew Luck? That's kind of football world news. Barry Sanders retired, and that was kind of Cowboys. I understand.
The way I think is relevant. You don't think Zeke isn't at home right now saying this is exactly why I'm in Cabo, because look why Andrew Luck retired. It goes into a little bit more. I'm just saying that there's a lot of reasons why. I'm not saying I'm still agreeing with why Zeke's holding out. I'm saying that part of the reasons why Andrew Luck left the game, I think, are somewhat relevant as to why Zeke and other players have held out. So. Yeah, it wasn't just obviously it wasn't money. I think it was he said he lost his love for the game, but I think part of it was the front office making certain team decisions throughout Andrew Luck's career that got us to this point. And I think Zeke was watching Jerry Jones not give him, a backup running back. Zeke was carrying this team
for 3 years. Yeah.
For 3 years until now, and Zeke is saying, I deserve to get paid for that, and I'm not going to keep doing this anymore. So again, that's just kind of the way I see it in that sense. But either way, best of luck, Andrew Luck. But what do you guys think?
Yeah,
no comment on. I'll go quick. 90 day. No comment on Andrew Luck. He is not a Dallas Cowboy.
On that, I agree.
I do feel for him as a football fan first. I like I said, I agree with DCFN, but I feel for him. A lot of guys that goes to show how different everybody is physically and mentally, where their mindset is. You just never know. I kind of saw it coming. I hate to say it. I don't want to say, oh, I knew it, but I was hoping it because he has all the potential in the world. He has all the potential in the world, and I just hate to see him. I just hate to see him. I hate to see him go, but his body can't heal right. He's always hurt. Something's always going on, and it looks like something behind the scenes, financially has made him come to his decision. Now I didn't know that part. I just thought he was, his body was broken down, battered, wasn't feeling football. That'll take that'll affect you mentally, like as a player. Like if you just can't get healthy, that will really affect you mentally, and you just like, you know what, forget it, man. Confidence just gone. His confidence he'll probably be back. Give him about a year off, maybe 2. He's still young. He'll probably come back. Hell, if Brady's still playing at 42, 43 years old, these guys still playing late 30s and stuff like that. Drew Brees, he can come back, but I think he'll be back. This is one of those situations where he's just kind of in his feelings, and he probably don't like the organization. They're probably not treating him right. He's always hurt. He can't get healthy. Training staff probably isn't that good. They lead him in the wrong direction, down the wrong path. So who knows? It probably could be something really mentally for him. But God bless him. I just hope he find his way and everything be okay with him.
No, I think part of it too is, again, Andrew Luck is a very, very rich man with a very, very hot wife who have their first child. And I'm just saying, like, he's relatively young, right? He's 29. I'm just saying, he's got all his money. He's like, look, I want to travel. I got my wife. I got my kids. Screw it.
He's got
that's interesting. He has to pay back $12 million, over $12 million in money. So obviously it was kind of a, there you go. So, hey, but you know what? Guess what? Right now, I know you're saying this isn't Dallas Cowboy relevant. You don't talk about it. Guess what? We get guys from other teams. The way I see it, there's 31 other teams. I'm not saying we're going to get Andrew Luck. But what happens on other teams, I still always keep my eye on, because you just never know how something that happens there affects the Dallas Cowboys. You never know. Andrew, I'm just saying.
You made a good point about Zeke, the connection there. That definitely I can see that, how they could relate.
Hey, did you guys notice one thing I was really looking for in my top 5, about this game? I was really keeping an eye on containment defense. Did you guys notice how some of the first team was handling Deshaun Watson? Because he gave us a hard time last year. We had a hard time against scrambling QBs. And it seemed like this year, it seemed like we're a lot more aggressive. Our defensive line a lot more aggressive. Our defensive tackles, Antoine Woods and Malik Collins, they're more aggressive. They're better than last year and years before. And that really helps the run defense as well. It's always good to have those tackles in there. And our containment, you can tell. You can go back and watch it when Deshaun Watson was in there. You can tell those guys they were pursuing, but they were kind of hanging back. But then they would go ahead and make it. That's called containment defense. It's kind of like it's like a zone blitz type of thing. That's what they were doing, and they did a really good job of containing Deshaun Watson. What y'all think about that, man?
No, I think that you're absolutely right. I thought they did a phenomenal job containing him. And Rod Marinelli does. I mean, I think just Rod Marinelli in general does a good job at containing mobile quarterbacks. I mean, they practice against one every day. So that's my take. What do you think, MCF?
Okay, no. So I mean, when it comes to the way they played, I love it from all 3 levels. I mean, for all 3 teams. Like first team, second team, third team. They did great throughout, and it's just that's where it goes to. You can see that they came in with this mindset of containing and kind of attacking, and they did. They closed the pocket on Deshaun Watson and the other quarterbacks. Almost every play was almost immediate. You can feel it. They were coming at him.
Well, 1980 said it. One thing that we struggled as, defensively was mobile quarterbacks kind of were tricky for us. And Deshaun Watson was definitely one of the tricky ones. So you wanted to see how we did against a quarterback that's running around, moving around, and we stopped him. I mean, we didn't really allow him to move.
Did we only have one drive against him, I think? We had one drive, I think.
Yeah, but again, wasn't it a 3-and-out?
Well, I think it was a fumble. That's when we recovered it. So, my point is, I think this defense fantastic. But then I look past like the first team, right? I'm looking to the second team, third team. And of course, some of those guys in the first team are actually backup rotational guys that are going to be used throughout the season. But I see the other guys down to Joe Jackson and even Jalen Jelks at the end. These guys had the same closing out the quarterback. I mean, sometimes they got outside, but they didn't get that far. Most of the time, we had great pursuit. We had great, acknowledgement and awareness by not just the front guys, but also the linebackers and the defensive back. So I love the whole defense here. Marinelli with Richard, these guys have really put together something special. And again, all these young guys, we're young. Bullshit. We're not that young. These guys have been playing together already. And another year under their belt, only is going to make this defense better from the front to the back, side to side.
And honestly, young is no excuse because the NFL is a young guys league. We see it every year where these young new guys come in here making waves. And honestly, 2016 already goes to show it doesn't matter if you're a rookie. You can have a monumental impact on a team.
Get them all together like this, bonded together. It doesn't keep getting better every year together. That's why I think this season is special. And I think we don't need Zeke to have a great season. But I think we do need Zeke to have a true chance at number 6. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm thinking. That's it. And again, I think he changes the game. And we have this much success with these guys. I think Zeke and Kellen Moore's offense is going to make it even impossible to stop this defense, this offense.
Zeke being in there, it changes their game plan defensively. It's a threat. He's a threat. He's the best running back in football. So it really intimidates their defense. And they know he's not in there, so they're a lot more aggressive. They weren't loading the box up that much, and et cetera. So I noticed on the stats, we had 144 rushing yards and 195 passing yards. This was at the first half. I was just counting the first half. I think we would have had more if Zeke would have been playing. Obviously, we would have more rushing yards and and et cetera. But we know this wasn't a real game; it's just a preseason game. But I'm just saying that. It really affects the defensive mind when Zeke is in there. That's what makes him one of the best. Because they change game plan for this guy. If they change, just like Deion, I'm not calling Zeke on Deion's level or anything, but they changed game plans when Deion was in there on defense. You get me? So Deion didn't even have to go to the huddle. He was standing outside. What could you tell him? When they change game plans for guys like Zeke or Deion or Lawrence Taylor, guys like that, oh shit, that means you're in trouble. You get what I'm saying? So the focal point, it changes their whole focal point, and that leaves the window for other players. That leaves the window open for Cobb, Witten, Michael Gallup, hanging with Mr. Cooper, and so on and so on. Schultz, Jarwin, So we got an unstoppable force here, like we really do. We're getting up the field without Zeke. We're doing good without Zeke. But I know it's just preseason, but right now what we're seeing, I'm just judging by what we're seeing. We're getting up the field without Zeke, and it's possible. Jerry was right. I hate to say it, but he was right. You can win a Super Bowl without a leading rusher. You can. It's possible. It's been done before. You get what I'm saying? But it's a little easier when you do have an Emmitt Smith back there, or Walter Payton or Barry Sanders. It's a little easier on everybody. Obviously, it's a little harder on them. It's more workload for the running back, and it kind of wears them down a little bit. But in today's game, with all the alternating and the quarterbacks airing it out, it's the running backs tend to last just a little bit longer than they did because, like Emmitt said, and hell, even Marshall Fox said, we played every down. They played every down back then. It wasn't no alternating unless they were hurt, unless they were just too tired to come in. They had somebody come in or whatever, or they scored 2 or 3 touchdowns. They give them a rest. But they played every down back then. There was no second, third, just, unless they got hurt. But that's just the way it was. But now it's a lot of alternating and stuff like that. They come out, all that stuff. So, but I just hope that we can get this deal done. We just got to get it done, man. Enough of the back and forth. I guess, like you said, my Cowboys family, I guess that was just a rumor. I thought it was true and everybody was talking about it, but I guess it was just a rumor that he turned down that second deal. So hopefully we'll hear something by tomorrow, maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Hopefully sooner than that. If you guys don't got anything about this Houston Texans game, anything else to add, I think that's it for the roundtable, guys. MCF, where can they find you at?
All right, there we go. Sorry.
All right. You guys can find us right here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all social media. I guess Instagram is the only one I missed. As My Cowboys Family, we're live every day. News, info, updates on the Cowboys. Exactly. We got to do the Super Bowl. Right here, guys.
Star over everything.
Just like the Cowboys managed to let the Houston Texans lay a big old goose egg. We're about to go kick some ass, win the 6th ring. Just,
Quest for 6 is real, guys. We're going to be there week 1, September 8th against the Giants. We're going to be there watching this game. That's right. Man, representing the Cowboys for life. Star over everything. Navy, blue, silver, too. But that star over everything, guys. Never forget. Number one thing, now and forever. Go Cowboys! Woo! Let's go, baby.
And I hope the Cowboys can make it tonight. But thank you to him as well for the best roundtable. You guys, seriously,
the Dedic is that. You got to put the in it. All it is 3 guys on there yelling at each other. Anyways, you can find me on Dallas Cowboy Football News on YouTube, Dallas Cowboy Football News on Facebook, DCF News 1 on Twitter. And if you're man enough to talk X's and O's, slide in my DMs like a hoe.
There you go.
All right, guys. Hey, man, another one bites the dust with the roundtable, man. I so appreciate it. Good game today. I don't even think did they even score? I don't even think they scored. So that was a
goose egg.
That's a good way to end a week 3 preseason. Who we got next? Anybody know who we got next?
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Is it the Bucks?
In Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
our defense is gonna look good against them too. Because they can't even block their starting quarterback.
But yeah, man, good way to end week 3 on to week 4. Guys, it's been really rocky in Cowboy Nation, Cowboy fans. Let me just say Cowboy fans. I don't want to say Cowboy Nation because a lot of people get offended. But I'm not a part of Cowboy Nation. But Cowboy, if you root for the Cowboys, you're a Cowboy fan, goddammit. It's been really rocky. We've agreed to disagree. Jerry has been acting a fool. Zeke's been acting a fool. Rocky, the damn agent's been acting a fool. Marshall Falk has been acting a fool, talking about Daxter Bomb and all this stuff, and just craziness all over, man.
After he gets paid, he's going to be a bum. Exactly. But he's not a bum right now. But when he signs the dotted line, he's a bum.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad.
That makes sense.
But guys, this is why I say it's the hardest job in the world to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. There's not a check big enough for us on this panel right now, and for all of y'all out there in the comment section. We should get paid. It's almost like a tax refund. When the season's over with, we should all get a refund, a tax refund from the Dallas Cowboys. Just being a fan, because it's crazy. It's been a wild week, with the Zeke situation. It was a crazy day today. I saw Charles Haley. Again. I was at the outlet in Allen, and Charles Haley, he gave me this weird look, and my wife was like, "Do you know him?" And I was like, "Oh shit, that's Charles Haley." And he was like, he said, "Man, I know your little ass." I said, "Wait a minute, Charles," and he was like, "Man, you used to be a ball boy back in the day with us." I was like, "Yeah, man, that was a minute ago." So we talked a little bit and shook his hand and I got a picture with him and whatever. But that was an honor to do that, man. And he's a nice guy, very nice guy, very humble, always joking, always playing, down to earth, not one of those uppity, Cowboys, back in the day or whatever. But it was an honor running him today, man. That was a blessing as well. But just being a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, it's just a dream come true. And guys, that's what we are. We're just fans, regardless of how many subscribers you got. If you think you're the best Roundtable, we're just fans. We don't work for them. We don't play for them. You know, so if something happens, Jerry Jones is not going to bail us out of jail. He don't know us personally. We're not on the payroll. So we're just fans. So for those of you out there that's telling people not to watch certain people or just watch my channel and all this stuff, the channel don't even belong to you. It belongs to Google, YouTube. So you're just using and making them richer. You get what I'm saying? So y'all just pump your brakes. You know, it's the football season coming up. Let's everybody grow up. Everybody, let's be on one accord. Let's root for America's team. Let's stop all this fighting amongst each other. You know, all that stuff. It's not called for. It's not worth it. But guys, you never know what you're gonna go through before you leave this earth. So I just want everybody to be humble and be respectful, you know, towards each other. But guys, that's all we got for tonight. You got the best. You're looking at the best right here. You're looking at the best. They're the best live streamers. They're the hardest working live streamers out here. You got Dallas Cowboy football news with the best radio voice on YouTube. One of the best channels.
The Power Man.
Fifth Quarter Cowboys, who's not with us right now. One of the best debaters. Him and football news. You can't out-debate those two guys. You're not going to win. So, you know, we got a strong force, a strong thing going right now. But, guys, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holla back. We out.
Oh, Cowboys.